friend who's the best. His garden's about the size of a small farm. He retired from Fort Motor a few years ago. He's a great diesel mechanic. See him starting to get black? And that's what I was telling her. These turnips were 30-something-year-old seeds that were my grandmother's.
Really?
And there was no way they should have come up, but they came up.
How about that?
I put them out here. I'd never grown turnips before, and then, of course that's more potatoes. I've never grown potatoes. This is an experiment. I had
regular white potatoes.
No, these are a red potato. That's just real good, hearty for. That's lupin. You know what lupin is?
Well, be careful, Glory. Don't step on anything.
Most people think of it because they see it in a lot of arrangements. Lupin came over from Europe. In fact, the seeds, I have some down there in pots, and have that. While in these turnips, I've got little sprigs. I wanted to see how they grow inside. They're real small. These seeds came from England and Canada. This one, the seeds in this one had been in an English garden.
That's a potato?
No, it's lupin.
Oh.
Since like the 1600s. And it is the most nitrogen-rich plant on the earth.
Oh, really?
So if you take this and you plant like this garden in lupin, and then when it gets up green before springtime, like in the early spring, you just take it and plow it in the ground. You won't have to put any fertilizer in your garden. And what it does, everybody's used to the flowers. These just haven't started flowering. But they put on a seed pod. And that's what I'm after. And they say if you listen at night, when the lupin starts popping, you'll actually hear it go pop, pop, pop as it flings its seeds.
That's amazing.
I had another friend that got into lupin this year, and of course he wanted to plant a lot more than me. I said, I want to start getting seeds. Because I'm about to learn that we might all start saving our seeds.
So then, now what's this?
I love the smell of it.
Well,
the cabin we were staying in North Carolina had huge ones in the front, right by the porch, and it had that strong odor.
Oh, really?
I like it.
Well, Ima and I did all these here. Every boxwood on this place came from the... That's the sugar peach. You can see how
big do they get?
They got good water when they were blooming. It'll get about 2.5 times that size. Maybe 3 times. It makes one heck of a cobbler too, by the way. Of course, I'm probably the only one with the patience to sit down and peel them. My grandmama always said the only thing you should do that peach is just stand by it, pop it open, suck the meat out, be done with it. Now see, the last time I know you, that mound of road dirt, 15 feet high.
Oh yeah?
Covered in wisteria. There were 2 huge cherry trees grew up in it.
Huh. Was my brother here? Is Andrew here?
I remember late, I think...
How many years ago was that?
I don't know. Lady had called me and y'all originally were going to spend the night, but you didn't. I remember we had...
Was she with us?
She came one time, but I think, because she walked y'all around.
Yeah.
Talking.
Were you
and
there?
I honestly believe that was the last time Lady was here. She may have been here one more time, because I remember she came up, and Mama Lee brought her, and then she was going back on a train.
The last time I remember being here, nobody was here. No, wait.
See, it's hard to, if you haven't seen it and been here a lot, to realize.
Pecan tree. Huh.
You could not do anything to this. They drove on it. Leon used to like to park here. I'm always...
What do you think of that, Glory? Is that amazing?
Yeah.
Just a minute.
And then I said, well, I kind of put an arbor in a place that I can't get a car in there anymore. Well, let me see if I can get stuff to grow. Well, tough to get it to grow in the ground, so I keep a lot of pots in there. A lot of times I bring stuff. Get a lot of cinnamon in here. Couldn't even get to it to work on it because of this. It had wisteria all on top of it, and I invented this crazy system with these joists and stuff, and I replaced wood. And by George, you'd show up to get food. Well, over a period of several months, this rabbit and I became buddies. My son and the kids came down. He just didn't believe it. I said, "Call the rabbit." He said, "Daddy, rabbits don't come." I said, "Call him. Munchkin, Munchkin, Munchkin." Here come the rabbit. And the rabbit would follow me around the yard like a dog.
That's funny.
Ralph Jr. down here.
Yeah.
How could you not learn? I remember I learned all the lingo when I was in school in Georgia.
What do you have?
Naked steak.
Naked steak.
My thing was always a dressed dog, a fully dressed dog, and a frosted orange.
An FO. Called an FO.
You have to excuse all that. I just don't have places to put stuff.
This is the way I remember it, man. This is great. This is great. You've left it natural.
The preacher thinks the coolest thing about my house is that piece of cedar right there.
Oh, really?
He said, "That's something." And
It's right here.
yeah, he said,
That is just amazing.
well, let me tell you what happened. This thing had always sagged. Too much weight. And so Ima had a house jack, you know, one of the metal things sitting there.
Right.
And I had this piece of cedar. I don't throw away cedar. My grandmother didn't throw away cedar. I don't. And you have no idea what it took for me to work that piece of cedar, cut it the right size, and get it in there. Well, this post over here sat on wood. And the wood underneath it on top of those blocks had started deteriorating. I had never done anything. This right here is so heavy, I almost couldn't get a jack to lift it enough to put this concrete slab under it. It's like today up under the porch, I had a 2,500-pound jack just trying to move one joist,
Oh, wow.
and I almost blew out the jack.
Really?
Oh, unbelievable.
Hmm.
You notice, sir, this house was built around the turn of the century.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Glory, this is a cool
Do you
house.
ever remember being here?
Oh, I remember playing on the swing set.
Do you really? Cool.
Just brief little
Well, how old are you?
18.
My 16-and-a-half-year-old is the reason there's still some drop lights in this house, because she has absolutely said you are not doing away with those. But they do create it. I mean, I was at the EMC meeting. That's a cool thing. You retire, you get to go to stuff like that. And I'm in it since you were here. I painted.
Yeah, I see that.
Do you know what? This room had not been painted in like 60 years.
I believe that, because every time I came,
Right.
it looked...
And
You know,
ceiling has
natural.
never been painted. So let me ask you a question. These walls, how many gallons of paint do you think it took?